And Moore tried to roll through. Farrell caught him. Moore still fighting off his back. Oh, there we go. Fall 106 for John Farrell from Manheim Township.
Good evening, and thank you for attending tonight's event. Your attendance at this evening's event signifies your acceptance of the Spring Creek Area School District requirement that all spectators wear a mask while inside district buildings. Any spectator not meeting this requirement will be removed from the building. We thank you for your cooperation.
The York Adams Interscholastic Athletic Association is emphasizing good sportsmanship from its coaches, players, and fans. This contest is being played for the benefit of the student athletes of these schools. No handheld signs and or banners or noisemakers
And if teacher comes back, yeah. Hey,
Blue Streaks of Manheim Township.
hey, how do I
Here's
know?
lineup for tonight's road match.
How do I know when I'm hot and live?
It'll just stay hot.
Like, how do I know when?
It'll constantly be on.
Yeah, but will I get a cue like when I'm?
No, you can just talk.
So is it live now?
Yeah.
Microphone's live now. Okay.
At 120 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Josh Hilliard. For the Rockets, Heath Smizer. At 126 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Alazar Alicia or Braden Schuler. For the Rockets, Ivan Vega.
So yes, if I was to talk into you guys can hear me up there. Yeah. And is the website live, ready to go?
Yep.
Okay.
For the Rockets, Bryce Weaver. At 138 pounds, the Blue Streaks will be a forfeit. For the Rockets, Jared Baker or Luke Smizer. At 145 pounds, the Blue Streaks will be a forfeit. For the Rockets, Jared Baker or Luke Smizer. At 152 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Kevin Oliveria. For the Rockets, Caleb Bowen or Gavin Scheidert. At 160 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Juan Colon or Alex Emmerich. For the Rockets, Isaiah Mummert. At 172 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Jason Tu. For the Rockets, Brady Schaefer. At 189 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Cade Clancy or John Farrell. For the Rockets, Tommy Dressler or Teague Conover. At 215 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Michael O'Hara or Tyrese Washington. For the Rockets, Logan Herbst or Michael Hershey. At 285 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Michael O'Hara or Tyrese Washington. For the Rockets, Jeff Borman. The Blue Streaks are coached by Mr. Don Clark, Charlie Combs, Aaron Moldoff, Dr. Anthony Alicia. The Rockets are coached by Mr. Tyke Conover, Terry Conover, Tad Harbert, Tony Miller, Dakota Lockman, and Mr. Kevin Paulus. The officials for tonight's match is Mr. Herb Jordan. Tonight's match will begin with a 145-pound weight class. Good luck to both teams. Will you all now please rise for playing the national anthem?
Good evening, wrestling fans. Welcome to Spring Grove High School's live stream of the wrestling match between Spring Grove Rockets versus Manheim Township out of Lancaster County. Just some key quick things about tonight's match. As you may have noticed on the live feed, there was no handshakes due to COVID protocols at the beginning of the match. And what's taking place right now is the coin flip to determine who comes out first for each dual match. Tonight's match will start at 145 pounds. And it looks like the Blue Streaks will be forfeiting the first match of the evening. And receiving that forfeit is Brady Baker from Spring Grove.
Brady Baker. Wrestling to 152 pounds, Blue Streaks, Kevin Oliveria. For the Rockets, Gavin Scheibert.
And wrestling for the Blue Streaks, Kevin Oliveria, 152 pounds. And for Spring Grove, Gavin Scheibert. Kevin Oliveria is a freshman coming in with a 5-0 record. Yeah, he's got some height on him as compared to Gavin Scheibert. Really tough to close the gap when the opposing wrestler is that long of a reach.
Sometimes it's a little easier to get to the legs.
Coming from a man who has one heck of a double leg takedown in you, Dave. Yeah, broadcasting with me is Dave Dietrich. He was Spring Grove's first 100 match winner, 2-time district champion, 2-time NCAA qualifier. And Kevin Oliveria gets the takedown and put the cradle. He has Gavin Scheibert on his back.
Again, just commenting on his leg, not surprised to see it. That is nasty with
All right, and Kevin Oliveria from Manheim Township scores the fall at 1:01 of the first period to bring the dual meet score to 6-6. And again, COVID protocols, the wrestlers do not shake hands at the end of the match. And then also you see the referee just raise his hand with the wristband signifying the team that won, the wrestler that won that individual match.
Alex Emmerich. For the Rockets, Caleb Bolin.
Yeah, that was a big win for Caleb. Very big win. Yeah, the match against Spring Grove versus Dallastown came down to the final bout. Caleb was down early in that match 2-0 and managed to pull out a 5-2 victory. And Alex Emmerich from Manheim Township. He is a senior. He is 2-2 this season. And Caleb Bolin from Spring Grove, he is a junior. He is 4-1 this season with 3 falls and 1 decision. Yeah, it looks like Emmerich from Manheim Township has a little reach at his device. Yeah, we got 2-0, Caleb Bolin. Manheim Township comes in with a 4-4 dual meet record this year, and Spring Grove comes in with a 4-1 record. Again, Spring Grove coming off a big dual meet win against Dallastown. Dallastown's had their number the last couple of years, but Spring Grove pulled a big match out the other night. Manheim Township's latest victory was against Conestoga Valley. They beat Conestoga Valley 42-30 on Wednesday night.
Caleb did a nice job of riding the tight list. You love to see him
It was a nice drop down to the single. Keep that leg to at least maintain that control with a little bit of time left. Short time. We have 6 seconds. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Very important not to give up that one escape with 10 seconds left in the match. Very important to keep it 2-0 as opposed to 2-1. And Emmerich defers. And Caleb Bolin from Spring Grove will go neutral. As it is the second period, 2-0, Caleb Bolin. Dual meet score, 6-6. impact and not giving up that escape at the end of the first period. Instead of being a 3-2 match, at least it's tied. It's 2-2.
We'll see. This should be a start. Yep. Just for those watching, the top guy can't do it in that manner for so that's why the stall is tight match. It is a point for Spring Grove. Tough wrestlers do a really nice job of pressure.
So he has a bar on the left side, but just couldn't run it. Could not run it. Caleb was able to get out of it. And reversal. Reversal for 2, Caleb Boland. We are 4-2. 45 seconds left in the second period. Hey, Caleb can be a tough wrestler on top. He's a pinner. He does love to go for the falls. He loves the arm bar. We'll see if he can get an arm bar in this match. Got a tight waist from the left side. Tight waist is looking for a tilt. I'd like to see Caleb up on his toes, trying to drive him forward. Caleb just on his knees. Instead of trying to get some forward pressure, he's on his knees. It'd be nice to try to drive him forward, drive him down into the mat. So much harder to build up off when your face is on the mat as compared to at least from your hands and knees. And 10 seconds left in the second period. It's important for Boland to stay on top, maintain control, and he will do that.
He's being very conservative.
And Emmerich had choice since he deferred in the second period. He's choosing neutral. We are 4-2 heading into the third period. That is important for Caleb. Where's Mask? Good shot. Very important for him to stay in bounds there to maintain at that 2 points. Now you're talking a 6-2 match. When used to coach, you get used to demonstrate a double leg takedown. I'll always hear a dummy for that, and I know for a fact your double leg takedown hurts.
Hey, get that
But
mask
a good double leg takedown, there's not much you can do for a good blast double leg takedown. Very tough to defend. He had a good tight waist going. It's also important for him to come out to the side a little bit, so he's not riding parallel. Rides parallel to stall call, and then next thing you know, you're starting to get the referee's position. So very important for him to avoid that stall call, make it look like he is working from the top.
Come on, Caleb.
So breaking him down with that tight waist. And it's like you said, pressure forward. Keep that pressure on top. Oops, stalemate. 29 seconds left, 6-2. Caleb Boland from Spring Grove with the lead, third period. And hit the switch, tried to hit the switch, but Caleb was able to defend him off.
Did a nice job of not locking his hands there.
Yes, they were very close.
Got that armbar down. Short time. Looks like he's
heading into the 170-pound match.
Now wrestling for the Blue Streaks, Jason 2, the Rockets, and Isaiah Mummert.
And as you heard from the announcer, Eric Ziegler, Jason 2 from Manheim Township, and for the Springer Rockets, Nizy Mummert.
Isaiah is a freshman. He's a really nice job. Especially difficult as freshmen come up to upper weight classes. Older students, bigger kids, as you can see from Isaiah's physique, he's certainly strong.
Very athletic. He was on our freshman football team this year. And Isaiah, he is an athletic kid. And he is, as Dave said, he's a freshman. And Isaiah is 3-1. And he is wrestling against Jason 2 from Manheim Township. Jason this year is 1-6.
Straight double from Isaiah, switching off to a single leg. To drag this back in bounds. You can hear the coaches yelling to bring him back to the center of the mat. The official awarded 2 points there. It was a close call, but he got it. So Coach Conover there encouraging Isaiah to bring him back to the center of the mat so he can finish that double leg. Or sorry, finish that single leg. And still get that 2 points without going out of bounds. Conover did a nice job riding the gut wrench from the tight waist, driving that pressure forward.
Isaac needs to come out to the side. He needs to work something. Just going to lay on top. That could be considered a stall call, so he's got to get out and try to work something. Don't want to lay parallel.
One back in, Nizy.
Nice cross wrist tilt there. Got 2 points. Before going out of bounds, so it goes to a 4-0 lead for Isaiah.
And again, to score those points at the end of the period is important. Instead of a 2-0 match heading into the second period, now you have a 4-0 lead. Now he tries a Granby out of that. In order to try to Granby, you certainly need a lot more separation. Otherwise, you're going to get caught and you're going to get stuck. So Springer has choice. Nizy defers. And Jason 2 from Manheim Township's going down. So we have a 4-0 lead heading into the second period. Nizy Mummert on top of Jason 2.
Working cross wrist tilt again. You can see he has the opponent's left wrist with his right hand, and he's trapping that left elbow as the opponent comes up. Now it looks like he's going to come around, running around the head on the opposite side. There he's getting above the elbow, which creates a lot of pressure for the bottom guy. And it looks like he lost that, but went right to the near side cradle. Really nice transition right there. Holding 2 back points and gets the 2 awarded.
And the 2 back points get awarded when the top wrestler's hold is broken. So a lot of times you'll see wrestlers, if they're going to do a tilt, they'll hit somebody for 3 points, but the points are not awarded until the bottom wrestler's hands are freed. So in the case of the cradle's broken, and he can get awarded points. Oh, he ran a bar. Oh. Has got to reverse half. Reverse half, lift the head.
Reverse the half and the way over.
Lazy Mummer with the fall, second period. 1 minute and 15 seconds in second period to give the Spring Grove Rockets a 15-6 lead.
Arm wrestling at 189 pounds, the Blue Streaks, Cade Clancy. For the Rockets, Tommy Dressler.
All right, 189-pound match. Cade Clancy from Manheim Township versus Thomas Dressler from Spring Grove. These two wrestled last year at the PIAA State Tournament. Tommy Dressler won that match 9-2 last year. Cade is coming in to his senior season at 71-31 career record. Last year in the 2019-2020 season, he was 33-10 overall. He placed fourth in the PIAA District 3 Wrestling Tournament at 170 pounds. I was speaking to his coach before the dual meet, and he said that Cade he signed to play with Kutztown. He's supposed to play football at Kutztown University. And his opponent, Thomas Dressler from Spring Grove. Thomas is coming in with an 86-21 record. He is 4-1 on this season. Thomas, his lone loss came to Brooks Gable from Dallastown by a score of 3-2.
Dressler cleared that arm. He's now got the leg elevated, bringing him back to the center of the mat, and he gets his two. The hard fought takedown, but nicely done on the finish.
And Tommy is signed to wrestle with Lockhaven next school year. Thomas's record last year was 32-7. His career record 86-21, and he was a PIAA state qualifier his sophomore and junior seasons. He still has not found his way on the podium. Oh, we have a caution. In the course of a wrestling match, you get 2 caution warnings, and the third one is a point for the opposing wrestler. Cade's got to separate his hips. He wants to try to stand up. He's got to separate those hips. And stopping the action with 24 seconds left. Dressler up 2-0. Clancy starting on bottom.
So in these tight matches like this, it is very important not to give out cheap points. It's the second caution. Third caution, that's going to be a point for us. Very important for Dressler to hold him down for these last 25 seconds.
It also gives Tommy a little bit of an advantage too, because Cade has to delay his start a little bit. He doesn't want to give up that extra caution point.
Absolutely. Dressler doing a really nice job pressuring forward, keeping the opponent's head on the mat. Again, very difficult to get out. Heads on the mat. Now that kid did a really nice job. Tripod. Dressler did a nice job following.
And Dressler had choice, and he chooses bottom. Start the second period. 2-0. And again, Cade Clancy has two. Oh, Dressler's up 3-0.
Dressler doing a really nice job of staying in good position. Goes front head, raises his head, working to get around. Doing a nice job working
Make the
angles.
10 to keep the germs in.
Dresser working that underhook over the side.
Backing up. How many times?
Yeah, Dressler has quite the arsenal. He has quite the array of moves that he can hit. Very experienced wrestler.
Move them feet, Tommy. Keep your breathing. Keep your feet. Score!
Really nice sprawl on Dresser's part. Again, immediately in front head and arm, buries the head, spins behind.
I think the big thing there also is Tommy was always on his toes. He's always trying to put pressure forward, always on his toes.
Dresser going right leg on the right side. So he's digging in, trying to go power half here. Yep.
Clancy did a good job trying to fight him off. On top with the legs, or try to work a power half. It's important for the wrestler to try to slide out to the elbow to try to get the leverage. Tommy's arms are just too close to the armpit. He's got to try to slide that out, but Cade did a good job of trying to defend him off. 30 seconds left in the second period. It's 5-0 Tommy Dressler over Cade Clancy. He's got 5 seconds to return. Oh. And we got a reversal for Clancy. Makes it 5-2.
It's a nice Granby roll from Clancy there. Dresser was in a dangerous position. Did a nice job getting off of his back there.
He's going to give Clancy some momentum, but he has to have a slight delay on top. He has 2 cautions. So it's got to be important for Tommy to score here at the end of the period, try to get a point back.
5 seconds left. Clancy doing a nice grab right here at the end of the period.
And as the end of the second period, it is 5-2. Thomas Dressler with the lead over Cade Clancy. Clancy has choice.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw another Granby roll here in the third period.
Now, would you be tempted, if you're a coaching Dressler, would you be tempted to maybe cut Clancy, knowing that he's tried to Granby and was successful with it, make it 5-3? Tommy's taken him down twice on his feet. Would you want to try to take the match on the feet or just stay on the mat?
Overall, Dresser's been tough on top. I'd let him ride. He's pretty consistent. He's also pretty savvy. I'd be surprised if he did let him Granby a second time. Looks like Dresser might be working a little bit of a mousetrap here.
We have a break in the action stalemate. And we're in the third period, 1 minute and 7 seconds left. Dressler on top, 5-2.
Nice mat return on Dresser's part. He's got him broken pretty flat right now. Got to keep those hips on the mat.
Clancy's doing a good job of always building up to his base.
Dresser doing a nice job staying under the arms there.
He's just riding over. He's not looking to score. That's his goal. Come on.
And out of bounds, 35 seconds left. It's important for Dresser try to get Clancy off his base, because when he's on his knees and he's on his base, he looks like he's going to try to pull some moves. He already hit a Granby. Looks like he's trying to do a Peterson. Got to break him down and keep him down flat.
There's that Granby roll again. Dresser did a nice job coming across his body, pressuring back in, attacking those hips.
Where's your bar?
would like to see him keep him flat on the mat. Nice mat return. Short time now, about 15 seconds.
It's also important for a bottom wrestler. If the top guy's going to be picking you up or bringing you back down, it's important to bring your legs up and ball up so you have a chance to bounce, as opposed to laying flat. Because you hit that mat flat, it's your momentum plus the wrestler on top's momentum driving you into the mat. And it's tough to get up from there. And 10 seconds left in the match. He's going to try another. He's going to try another roll. That's a good job, just cutting him. That was a nice match. Again, a rematch of States last year in the first round consolation. And we're heading into a 215-pound match.
Now wrestling for the Blue Streaks, Michael O'Hara, and for the Rockets, Teague Conrad.
All right, heading into a 215-pound match.
So for the Rockets, this is Teague Conover. Teague is the son of the head coach, Tyke. Teague's only a 10th grader. And he is a heck of a big kid. Very athletic kid.
He put in a lot of work in the offseason to really bulk up. I believe he's also starting linebacker for the football team.
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, Teague's a sophomore wrestling, 189/215 pounds. And Teague's coming into this match. His record is 2-3 this year. He had a tough freshman campaign. Last year at 160 pounds, he wrestled as a freshman, and that's another one of those weights where you're coming in as a freshman. It is a tough weight because you're getting some juniors and seniors in that weight class. Very, very tough. And even this year, like you said, wrestling, he's a sophomore wrestling, 189, 215 pounds. That's tough.
When he's bouncing up to 215 pounds, he's giving up a significant amount of weight. That said, he is very, very strong. And every bit as quick, if not quicker, than most of the 215-pound opponents. I see the numbers he puts up in the weight room upstairs, and he's every bit as strong as most of the 215-pounders that are out there.
And we have 10 seconds left in the first period.
Nice double leg.
Yeah, tough to finish when you're giving up that kind of weight. He gets to take out the edge of the mat at the end of the period.
Well timed.
Those kinds of takedowns at the end of the period, that can break your opponent a little bit. And the referee has to head to the table to make sure he gets it correct. Who has first choice in this match? I believe it is Manheim Township who's going to have first choice. This is a 189-pound match. Tommy Dressler chose down right away in the second period. Yep, it is Manheim Township with the choice. He's going to go down right away to start the second period. And for wrestling for Manheim Township is Mike O'Hara. He's a junior. Coming into this match with a 3-4 record. And last season, going 11-21 in his sophomore campaign. And he gets the escape, makes it 2-1. And they try to shrug. It's important to try the shrug when your opponent's stepping into you. Teague didn't look like he was stepping in all that hard. Mask stoppage. part of the COVID wrestling season. Wrestlers have to wear the mask during the matches. Spring Grove's choosing to wear the gator matches, or the gator mask for their matches.
Teague just took a nice low single. Switched off to single on the opposite side. And then finishing with double elbow. Nicely done. Let's see if we can keep it flat on the mat here and work a turn.
And it's 4-1 Teague Conover, second period. 50 seconds left in the period. And he gets the escape.
4-2. Be important for Conover to get another takedown this period.
They don't want to get trapped underneath there.
Township hitting the hip whip.
Oh, he bridged out.
He went body lock and bridged out of it. Very nicely done.
That could have been disastrous. You're talking that could have been 2 takedown, at least 2 near fall.
He had no control.
And he did it with the mask on.
That's your voice, right there.
And heading into the third period, Teague Conover chooses neutral. 6-2. Dual meet score 18-6, 215-pound match. Yeah, go chin. Maybe try to work a front headlock. Go chin elbow.
Against these larger opponents, I'd love to see Teague working a Russian arm tie, getting out to the side, working angles rather than getting trapped underneath. It is very tough when you're giving up 30 pounds and you're getting stuck underneath a guy.
Yeah, it's tough when the top guy sprawls and your arms are extended like that. Very, very hard to bring somebody in, even with somebody's equal to your weight, let alone giving up some weight in this match. And we have a stalemate, 109 left. Teague has taken all the shots in this match. Oh, there's a shot from Mike O'Hara.
It's 6-4 with 45 seconds left.
And Mike O'Hara made me eat my own words. I was about to say Teague has taken all the shots in the match, and boom, he hits one. And 30 seconds.
Looks like O'Hara's working that cross wrist tilt. We gotta be careful here. Now he's switched off to a bar. Now he's throwing a leg in opposite side.
If he wants to crank that power head, he's got to come out. Yeah, slide out the elbow. He's getting high. Getting high with 6 seconds left, 5 seconds left.
O'Hara got high. Conover reverses him.
And for a dual meet score now of 21-6. And again, we're not seeing a handshake at the end of the match. Normally the wrestlers shake hands, the referee raises the hand, but because of COVID protocols, that is not happening.
Now wrestling for Blue Streaks, Tyrese Washington. For the Rockets, Logan Herbst.
All right, wrestling for the Blue Streaks, Tyrese Washington versus Logan Herbst. Tyrese is a junior. And both these guys weighed in at 215 pounds, but they both got bumped up to heavyweight. Logan trying to slide by. And Tyrese coming into this match is 6-1. He has no record from the 1920 season. Logan is bringing in a 4-1 record on the 2021 season, and his career record is 17-17. Last year, he was a sophomore wrestling 215 pounds. Or excuse me, last year's 220 pounds with the weight class change. PIAA went from 14 weight classes to 13 weight classes this year.
Not many in the wrestling community happy about that switch. Less weight classes equals less opportunities for our student athletes to wrestle.
Come on, you can do it.
And Logan tried to throw, but Tyrese was able to fight out of it.
Logan's trying another big, strong underclassman. While he is a junior, he's certainly not a senior yet, but he is just a big, powerful kid.
I believe he was a starting center for the football team this year.
I believe he plays both sides of the ball.
And again, he's another kid that can really throw some weight up in the weight room.
30 seconds.
Logan looks like he's trying for a double for an underhook.
Come on, Logan.
I'd like to see him have that underhook on the same side of his head. Have his head on the same side of the underhook.
Ooh, nice ankle pick. Logan is able to fight out of it. Able to fight out of it for now. Five seconds left.
Keep facing. No score.
He's able to fight out of it. That was a nice ankle pick by Washington. Yes, by Tyrese Washington. Beautiful ankle pick. They just couldn't quite finish. And Logan, as soon as he hit the mat, he bounced right back up.
Yeah, that was a good heads-up reaction there.
Hit the switch. And there we go. 1-0 Logan Herbst.
It looked like Logan was going to take a shot there, didn't really commit. And that can be a very dangerous spot to be. They're getting out of bounds. He had a body lock. Had that been in bounds, that could have been a fun move to see. Good double leg attempt there.
I'd like to see Washington glide a little bit more on the mat. If you watch his feet look like they're crossing a bit. Still an athletic kid, but you can see his feet crossing a couple times. Logan can time that. He can certainly take advantage of that. That's 2 times now Washington's taking a shot, and he's caught Logan. Almost took him down a couple times. There's a shot by Logan.
Nice outside single. I'd like to see him just run the pipe here and sit him down. He's got to be careful. It looks like the other guy's going for a cement mixer.
Now Logan's extended. This is where you do not want to be.
Logan's got to work his hips up and in. Keep powering into that leg. Looks like he's just going to work out of position, try and face his opponent.
Oh, there's another ankle pick by Washington. Tried to throw him by. Did not gain control in bounds, so we are starting neutral. 7 seconds left. Logan Herbst on top 1-0 over Tyrese Washington. And we're heading into the third period. Tyrese Washington chooses down 1-0. 21-6, 285 pounds. was able to break him down flat.
Logan do a nice job attacking that far arm. I'd like to see him get out to the side with that.
He's just riding on it. He's just riding on it. No risk. You gotta go the whistle.
And Logan was riding parallel. That's why he got called for stalling. So that's a warning. If he gives up another stall call, now you're talking it's a 1-1 match. See how Washington, he was able to bounce right back up on his base and just get up. That's important when your wrestler's going to be bringing you down on top. You've got to try to ball up and bounce right back up, and he was able to do that, and he's still fighting on his feet. Good move by Logan to give up the escape. He didn't want to give up another stall call. At least keep it a 1-1 match.
As tired as Logan is, he's got to stay light on his feet here. Washington certainly has been bringing it.
He's been bringing it, and I'll tell you what, Washington, he seems like he has a very, very quick first step.
Neither wrestler is really doing much to set anything up at this point.
Well, Washington tried to shrug, but again, you gotta have your wrestler stepping in to be able to make that shrug happen. And Logan tried a slide by, but
arm drag attempt there on the left-hand side. Both looking to force a throw there. With 5 seconds left. Come on, Logan. Looks like this one's in a good overtime.
all right, we're heading into 1 minute overtime period, 1-1. Sudden death.
Logan needs to take one clean shot and finish the whole way.
And the way the overtime works, just first point scored. So if Logan even gets called for a stall call in this overtime period, he loses. Or he can lose on a fleeing the mat call. Anything will lose you the match. I like to see Logan step into that. Whenever you're taking a shot, you got to step 3 feet in the line to be able to make that shot happen, make it successful.
I'd like to see him go back to that arm drag on the left-hand side. Got to sit him down.
Run the pipe, like you said, set him down. No takedown. So now what we're going to have is we're going to have 2 30-second overtime periods. Referee's position, top and bottom. Logan Herbst won the coin toss, going down right away to try to get that 1-point escape. Now, unlike the first 1 minute overtime period, in this period, just 1 point score does not mean the match is over. There'll be another 30-second overtime period in which Washington will be on bottom. And Logan escapes, get his 1 point. 8 seconds left. And the second 30-second overtime period. Tyrese needs to escape or get a stall call on Logan. Remember, Logan has 1 stall call against him.
Both athletes are exhausted at this point.
That's important for Logan. If he wants to ward off that stall call, he's got to bring him down within 5 seconds. And if he ever picks him up. And Logan riding legs.
He's got double legs in at this point. That is very good for him.
And we get a stalemate with 9 seconds left.
So right away, we got to get that pressure forward on the hands. Don't let the other wrestler come off the mat.
Important for Logan, he's got to bring him down right away. He was able to free his hands. And he was able to free his hands. And a 2-1 overtime victory for Logan Herbst over Tyrese Washington. Bringing the dual meet score, Spring Grove Rockets 24. And Manheim Township 6.
Need the ankle band.
Folks, we're going to take a short intermission to sanitize the mat.
And with COVID protocols, we're going to take an intermission, and the wrestling mat is going to be sanitized. All right, so let's talk about some of Manheim Township's dual meet scores. First weekend of the season, they hosted a quad tournament, and they wrestled against Dallastown area. Manheim Township lost 43-18 to Dallastown in the first weekend of the season.
And again, at Dallas beat this past week by 1 point. You can also see the team score here. We're kind of pulling away at this point, although we're only going through some of the meat of Manheim Township. So this could get interesting in the second half of this match.
Yes, it's going to be interesting for Spring Grove to try to limit the damage from 106 to 126. The 106 to 126 pounders from Manheim Township, they are bonus point machines. We'll introduce you guys to those bonus point machines here when the action picks back up. Manheim Township on the first weekend of the season, they lost to Cocalico 36-33. And I spoke to the head coach, Don Clark, from Manheim Township about that first weekend going 0-3. And in that weekend, he did not have Cade Clancy, he's a 189-pounder, who's a returning state qualifier and lost to Thomas Dressler in a close match. He did not have him in the lineup, and so that's a big difference there. You're talking potentially a 12-point swing. Michael O'Hara won in that match 5-0, but he could have used Clancy maybe at 2:15, where John O'Farrell lost by fall. Clancy could have gotten a fall in that match to swing it.
When you don't have the big point scorers like that in the match, that changes the dynamic. Now, it changes who you can put in what weight class, it changes how you can manage the matchups, and makes it very, very difficult for coaches.
Especially when you have a returning state qualifier like that, he's like your joker. You can move him around. You can trade points, or you can go nullify another team where they normally get bonus points. Now you can go out and win that match.
Absolutely. It's somebody you can count on.
And also in the first weekend of the season, Manheim Township lost to Exeter Township 43-27.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin. Exeter Township is ranked pretty high in district right now. They may be in the top 4 in the power rankings, so very tough team. And it doesn't look like any of these teams are slouch programs that Manheim Township started the season with. So that was a rough weekend to start off with.
Absolutely. Losing to Exeter Township and Dallastown, let's not forget, they were returning district runner-ups last year. And in their first league action, Manheim Township defeated Warwick 43-21. And in a dual meet, actually looks like this was another quad weekend at Manheim Township. Manheim Township defeated Shippensburg 44-24. Now that weekend, Manheim Township was missing one of their Williams boys. Looks like they were missing. If I'm looking at, looks like they're missing Camden Williams that weekend. He's one of their very, very tough lightweights. They're able to pull out a win against Shippensburg, 44-24. And against Lenko, Solenko defeated Manheim Township 33-32. I talked to John Clark about that match, and they ended that match where they wanted to, where they really gained their bonus points with 106-126. So those are the last 4 bouts, and he just could not score enough bonus points in that match to defeat Solenko. And the final match of that weekend, Manheim Township defeated Lampeter Strasburg 39-26 in Lancaster 11 in action. And in their match on Wednesday night against Conestoga Valley, Manheim Township defeated Conestoga Valley Buckskins 42-30. All right, on to Spring Grove for their dual meets. In the first weekend, actually it'd be the second weekend of the season, Spring Grove hosted their own quad meet. They defeated Northern York 39-25. A rematch of last year's first round PIAA District 3 team dual match. Second match of the day, Spring Grove lost to Hempfield 48-15. Hempfield's had a little bit of a resurgence, being coached by Shane Mack, who was also former head coach at Manheim Central.
Hempfield's another one of those teams, I believe, Kevin, that Hempfield is ranked in the top 4. If not, maybe number 1 or 2. They're up there pretty high in the district.
Yeah, last year, that same Hempfield team, they only lost to Cumberland Valley 33-30 in the district duels tournament. So for a team like Hempfield to lose by only that much to Cumberland Valley, that speaks volumes of how tough they are. And they're still a young team. They still have a lot of returners. And in Spring Grove's final match of that weekend, their home Rocket Duels, they defeated York Suburban 54-18. Spring Grove also wrestled Manheim Central and defeated them 69-6. Manheim Central is coached by PIAA state champion Billy Chamberlain. Billy Chamberlain. He wrestled for Cumberland Valley, state champion for Cumberland Valley, And as we mentioned already, Spring Grove Area School District defeated Dallastown 27-26 for a big win. Big league win for Spring Grove. Probably the biggest win of Tyke Conover's young coaching career. This is his 3rd season at the helm for Spring Grove. All right, back to the action. We have now Levi Snyder, from Spring Grove. And he is going to be wrestling Caden Williams. And he is one of their young guns at the lightweights at 106.
Looks like he's starting the season at 8-0.
And he has 2 falls to his record, 2 tech falls, and a major decision. A technical fall is when you win a match by 15 points or more within those 6 minutes. And a major decision is when you defeat your opponent from a score of 8 points or more. 8 to 14 points is a major decision, which will earn you 4 points towards your dual meet score. The technical fall earns you 5, and of course a fall earns you 6 points.
The inside trip from Williams off the whistle there. That is a high-level takedown.
And analyzing Caden's matches, his technical falls, he won 16-0 and 17-2. So when he gets on top of you, when you're scoring that many points on top, you're doing some major turning there. Only giving up 2 escape points, so he's doing a lot of damage on top. He's got a leg in. So Caden Williams comes in on his young career 8-0. He is a freshman. He's wrestling against sophomore Levi Snyder, who's coming into this match 5-0. Last year he was 26-11, so his career record is 31-11. He's coming in with 3 decisions and 2 falls. He's got that half cranked tight.
Williams is tough on top with those legs. And you can tell by watching him wrestle, he's got a little bit of a mean streak to him. He doesn't mind putting the hurt on.
Yeah, when you have the technique and you have the mean streak, you are going to have a bright future in this sport. And potentially dangerous for Levi's shoulder.
Levi's going to have to really focus on blocking his legs from coming in, maintaining good position, elbows in.
You see, going to a short sit. That's a good way to defend legs. It's important to keep your elbows tight when you're on your butt. To try to catch those legs coming in.
Williams very comfortable on top, riding that leg.
And Levi does not look too comfortable where he's at.
Levi, you got
Leg out. Williams has the bar in.
That just goes to show what kind of arsenal he has. 4 seconds left in this match. He's doing legs. He's trying to bar. He seems like he has a lot of arsenal and a lot of skill set. Big skill set. And 2-0 lead Caden Williams heading into the second period. He has choice, and he's going to defer. That's a good choice. Don't put Levi underneath. You have a wrestler trotting that hard on top. He's that tough. Man, do not put him underneath. Put him on neutral. Try to give him a chance up there. Levi stopped moving, and Caden just kept moving and put behind for a 4-0 lead. And this is where you do not want to be on when you're wrestling Caden Williams. You do not want to be underneath him. This is my first time seeing him wrestle, but he's looking tough on
Just did
top.
a nice job staying in good position, waiting for the other wrestler to get out of position. He was in on a nice double leg there, and Williams just hammered him with a crossface.
Looks very, very physical. Very physical.
That said, Levi was able to get in, and that's got to be a confidence builder for him.
He's tired, Levi. Come on.
I'd like to see him bang on his head a little bit more, work those snap downs, get the other guy out of position.
And we have a mask stoppage. It's very interesting to say in a wrestling match we have a mask stoppage.
I don't want to see Levi in a tie-up with this kid.
He's got leverage. He certainly has leverage. This is where Spring Grove needs to control the damage at 106 to 126. And 6-1 lead for Williams with 17 seconds left in the second period. Important for Levi not to give up any more points here at the end of the period.
Looks like Williams is just happy with riding out the rest of the period. We go into the third period. Slowed down 1-6.
He's tired, Levi. Come on.
Last year in Levi's first match, his first high school match, he goes against Noah Clausen from Carlisle, returning state qualifier, and Levi only lost to him 5-4. First high school wrestling match, and he loses 5-4 to a state qualifier. So that's how you knew Levi he has a bright future as well.
He is a hard-working kid.
Both in the classroom and in the wrestling room and the weight room.
Absolutely. Nice attempt at a fireman's carry. Hopefully he can transition to a dump here. Stepped over that rear leg. He's got to clear his head at this point.
Levi was in on that deep, but Williams was able to fight it off. Tough to score on. And we have a stalemate. And 1 minute 11 seconds left in the third period. Caden Williams on top 7-1. I'd like to see Levi maybe try to take advantage of that kind of shot that Williams took. Williams did not step into that shot. It'd be nice to try to take advantage of a mistake like that by Williams. It seems like a wrestler like that is not going to make many mistakes.
Push him.
Let's see if Levi can fend off giving up any more points here. He is down 7-1.
Williams has done a nice job working that underhook on the left side, which it seems like it's slowing down Levi's offense.
And we have another stalemate left. 16 seconds left. So if Levi only gives up the decision, he's not giving up any bonus points. And that's important. That can be important in dual meet, that 1 point. Corner stay in good position. Just try to fend off that last takedown. 3, 2, 1 second left, and Levi did his job. He did not give up any bonus points to Caden Williams. And next up is the 113-pound match.
Now wrestling for the Blue Streaks, Camden Williams. For the Rockets, Braxton Rice.
All right, and the other Williams boy, Camden Williams.
He is 4-0 in the season. It looks like he has 3 falls and 1 technical.
Get out of that underhook.
For his 4 matches.
You use it.
Also going up upper body. Went to a body lock and a throw. Looks like he might do a little freestyle Greco-Roman, if you ask me, Kevin. Also a leg rider.
And he is taking on Braxton Rice from Spring Grove. Braxton is a junior coming in with a 3-2 record this year. It's very interesting this year with the COVID wrestling season because there's not really any individual tournaments happening. If there are tournaments happening, it's just 8 teams at the max, and it's a one-day tournament, so we're not seeing weekend tournaments like we have in the past. No signature tournaments like Beast of the East or Powerade or the Chambersburg Trojan Wars. None of those tournaments are happening. It's just one-day duels tournaments that are mostly happening, or just 8-team individual tournaments. And we have a stalemate in the action. 55 seconds left. Williams on top 2-0.
Hey, let's go. Come on.
And to think, 1 month from now, we will be wrestling in the PIAA District 3 wrestling tournament, the individual tournament. And Williams exposed Braxton Rice's shoulders to a 45-degree angle for 5 seconds, holding 3 near-fall points. He has not broken the hold. He's still up now. He's broken the hold now to be awarded those 3 points. So he's got a cross-face cradle. Oh, now he's going legs. I thought he was going to try to run a cross-face cradle, but no, he sunk the leg in.
Just transitioning from one thing to the next on top.
Well, and that's also another key in wrestling. You know, you got to have a mean streak, got to have the technique, but also go off the technique is being able to go from one move right to the next. Be able to make that transition from one move to the next. And the score at the end of the first period, 5-0 Williams from Manheim Township. Braxton Rice had choice. He defers. And Williams is going to choose bottom to start the second period. And Williams stands up.
Just didn't get the pressure forward on that breakdown there, which allowed Williams to come right up off the mat.
And we have a mass stoppage.
Stopping that. Williams transition to a dump.
He has that riding a cross arm. And now he's got Braxton broken down. That is tough when you're wrestling. You're on bottom and you're broken down flat. It is extremely tough to work up from there because you're carrying the other wrestler's weight. Now I can wear you down. As Braxton began to build his base, Williams slipped in the legs. And he is riding Braxton Rice hard.
Get your one back. Get your one back.
Williams are in that figure 4 on that leg. It's next to impossible to get that out.
He has such long legs, it's easy for him to do that. Again, I keep thinking he's going to go for crossface. Oh, there he's got the cradle locked up. And he's going to take him right over. Now it's important when you have a cradle. It's important to lock the hands right on the neck, right next to the head, and get that knee right in the side.
Fight it. Come on. Up and out, Braxton. Up and out.
And he still is not awarded. Oh, there we go. There's a 3 near fall for an 11-0 score. And 5 seconds left in the period.
Well done, Brad. Hey, come on. Come on,
It's something big here.
Hey, we don't get timeouts in wrestling.
He's gas. He's gas.
Come on, Braxton, he's gas.
And heading into the third period, Braxton Rice chose neutral as his choice. So 11-0 in the third period. Dual meet score 24-9 Spring Grove over Manheim Township in the 113-pound match.
Get out of there.
We have both arms locked in.
Up and out, Braxton, right away, right away.
It just seems like no matter where you're at against this Williams kid, you're in a tough position no matter what. Upper body. Looks like you don't want to go upper body on these kids. And we're at 13-0. 2 more points for Williams, and then we'll end the match in a technical fall. And we have a stalemate.
So a minute left. The goal at this point is just not give up any more points. Save a team point for the team. Better pull out a big move and pin the kid.
Head up.
Stick him.
And he hit a tilt. And he'll get 3 near fall points. You notice he's perpendicular when he also trapped Braxton's hips when he hit the tilt to try to trap him so he can't roll through. And final match score 16-0. Technical fall for Camden Williams. And look what Levi Snyder did, only giving up a decision. He didn't give up any bonus points there in that match.
Josh Hillard for the Rockets, Heath Spicer.
And we have a pause in the action for the green anklet for Heath Smizer from Spring Grove versus Josh Hillard for the Blue Streaks of Manheim Township.
Looks like Josh is also having a great year this year, 8-0. Last year he was 38-7 and was third in District 3 at 106 pounds. So another really tough wrestler from Manheim Township here.
And coming in, his career record is 45-7. I talked to the coach before the match, and he said that Josh Hillard was on the junior high team. He wrestled junior high as a freshman. So for a wrestler to come from the junior high as a freshman up to the high school as a sophomore, they generally don't have a whole lot. I mean, they have success, but not enough to make it to the state level. So it just goes to show how tough he is as a wrestler. Coach said he was just a little too small. His freshman year, he weighed 95 pounds.
That would be tough to give up 11 pounds as a freshman, coming up to 106. It looks like him waiting didn't hurt him.
Well, we got 2 point. We got Heath Smizer on his back.
Come on, Heath, keep fighting. Come on.
Smizer's doing a great job fighting right now.
Look at that arm and that half. That looks. Surprised that's not potentially dangerous, but he has that. He has that half cranked. Hillard coming in so far for the season, he scored 2 falls and 1 technical fall and 1 major decision. Also worth of note of Hillard, last year in the PIAA District 3 tournament, he went 1-1 with Caden Dobbins from Dallastown. Caden Dobbins pinned Heath Smizer twice last year in Dallastown's dual meets of Spring Grove. So we knew this was going to be a tough match coming in. And 2 seconds left. And start of the second period, Hillard's going to defer. And we'll put Smizer neutral. Heath Smizer had a nice sophomore campaign last year. Last year he went 23-11. And he moved up a couple weight classes to 120. This year he is 2-3 on the young season. And Hillard's just not stopping, and that's key. Oh, and I got the cradle locked up. Oh, Smizer was able to break out of it. And again, he's looking like he's still. No points given up yet. He's got to separate the hips. Separate the hips. He's got to get low and separate the hips. And 2 for Josh Hillard.
Hey, stalling. We're just stalling. Got to return them back in the back. That's stalling.
I think the thing that impressed me about Hillard is his legs just are not stopping. He's constantly using his legs and driving.
I was watching that exchange there, and he's just transitioning from one thing to another. Some a bit unorthodox, however. He ultimately finished the takedown.
He's going from move to move, as you said with the transition from move to move. That is important. It doesn't give your opponent much of a chance to rest or catch their breath, or even because they have to try to defend for something else right away when they just got done defending another move.
Smizer needs to elevate his turn now. He's got to keep coming across that hip right now.
He's got to take his free leg and just try to drive. And
It's potentially dangerous and no change at that point.
And 8 seconds left in the second period. Smizer will start on bottom, 7-0.
That's a nice
Hillard
job
lead.
on Smizer's part. Continuing the motion, elevating the leg.
And the period will ride out. And Hillard's going to choose neutral to start the third period. So going to go for those bonus points.
Come on, you're set up for a good shot. Move your feet, hit an angle, wrestle here a little bit. Heavy hands, heavy hands, heavy hands. Go. Zach over there. Touch and go. Let's touch and go. Your angle, your shot is.
Nice little shrug.
That's a good job by Smizer. Try to face him.
shrug and then transition to a shot, and then Millard spins around.
And scored now 9-0. So Hillard's now in that bonus point range as well. Yeah, potentially dangerous. Could have been stalling if Smizer would have brought his hands off the mat there. Could have been constituted as stalling. But he kept his hands on the mat, and it just ended up being just a stalemate.
Up and out, Heath.
Minute 5, a minute left here. If Heath could get out, get his one escape and get a takedown, he would get the bonus point. That would be huge. A reversal would do the same.
Everything you got here, he's got 40 seconds, buddy. Let's go.
How about you, Kevin? That didn't quite look like 45 degrees to me.
From this angle, little tough. A little tough to get that call. A little tough to get that call from this angle.
That said, the official had a different angle than we had.
So again, when we talk about transition, like Smizer didn't have a chance to try to make another move.
Right here, Smizer has an opportunity to run this quarter Nelson around. Maybe get one, if not two. Looks like he might run out of time, though.
Good job.
And final match score 12-0. Josh Hillard over Heath Smizer, bringing the dual meet score to 24-18.
Go, Ivan.
Come on, Ivy.
Now wrestling from the Blue Streets, Alizar Alicia. From the Rockets, Ivan Vega.
Looks like Alizar Alicia, junior this year. Last year, 33-7, fourth at the District 3 tournament at 113 pounds. He looks like he...
Last year in the district tournament, he pinned Vega to continue to advance, and ultimately that led him to taking fourth in the PIAA District 3 tournament.
So I would imagine Vega wants to get a little payback here.
I was talking to Tyke Conover before the match, and he said that Ivan was actually in that match with Alcia last year, and he caught him in a cradle. I shouldn't say caught him, he hit him in a cradle. Ivan Vega comes to Spring Grove from West York. Ivan's on the 2021 season is 5-0. In the 1920 wrestling season, he went 25-10, and his overall career record is 46-19. On this young season, Ivan has 3 falls and 1 decision. Big takedown by Ivan right on the edge of the mat. Those are always tough points to give up. When you're on the edge of the mat, you give up points. Always tough.
Alicia this year is coming into the season. He's 40-8.
Okay, come on, Ivan.
He has
Good
3
ride.
falls in this season and 1 technical fall. So doing a nice job this year in these. He is 7-1.
And his only loss this year comes to Ashton Deller from Dallastown, 5-3. And that's actually the first match of the season for him. That's a tough match, Ashton Deller from Dallastown. That's your first match. Welcome to the 2021 season. Now we had escape by Alicia, make it 2-1. Alicia was another wrestler who stayed down in the junior high program his freshman year, and again he made the giant leap as well to go, to wrestle as a sophomore and to qualify for the District 3 wrestler or PIAA state tournament to place 4th at in the District 3 wrestling tournament. And we have short time in the period. Ivan on a takedown. Can he get it at the end of the period? And End of the first period, 2-1, Ivan Vega over Alicia. And Ivan deferred. Alicia is going to start on bottom. Oh, we have a caution. Oh. Ref is going to say that one's on him. So no harm, no foul for Alicia. And second period, 2-1, Vega over Alicia, 126-pound match. And Ivan's he's got to get him down. He's got to bring him down, otherwise he could get hit for stalling. There it is. There's a stall warning.
Alicia did a nice job of getting pressure coming back in. A close match like this, that is giving up that stall call. That's tough.
And Ivan did the right thing there. He just cut him loose. Save that other stall call. I'll see it in on a single. Was able to trip him back. 4-2, Alicia with the takedown. Alicia. And we have a stall call.
Looks like Alicia had that leg trapped. We saw that earlier in the match. So he was warned for stalling. So each in this close match has a stall call. That looked like it should have been a caution there.
Yep, he was moving before the whistle. Dang, Alicia looks like he has some height too. He can use some leverage against Ivan.
Peel that claw when he's coming up to his feet.
And with those long legs, you certainly don't want to be giving up the legs when you're on bottom. As you saw Ivan, he had his elbow tucked in to try to block those legs from coming in. And out of bounds.
25 seconds left. He's got to get a point here. We've got to get to our feet.
Let's go, Ivan. Come on, kid.
And a caution on Ivan. That's his first caution warning. He looked like he tried a Granby. He didn't get no separation. You want to do it at Granby if you don't get no separation on somebody as long as Alicia, because you could get caught. Now Alicia sinks the boot in.
10 seconds left. It looks like he's going to be content to stay on top for the rest of the period. Smart move.
And Vega trying another roll, just not getting the separation.
Come on, buddy, you're right in this.
All right, Ivan's going to choose bottom to start the third period. 4-2, Alicia over Vega.
Go, Ivan.
Ivan's got to isolate that hand that Alicia is using for that claw ride. Right away, he went to that claw. Ivan attacked that hand when Alicia went to go to that claw, and he was able to peel it off and get his hips away. Really nice job. Now again, both wrestlers have been warned for stalling here. Alicia's up by 1. Outside single on the left side.
Don't go for that. He's got to stay on that leg.
I'd like to see him elevate this leg to the inside. That'll bring it across front and cut across double.
Ivan went for the single leg. A single leg, there's a lot of defenses for a single leg. I'd like to see him try to hit a double leg. Hit a double leg right there. Hard to defend. Oh, good shot by Alicia.
Alicia hit that quick low double and sat him down.
Well, that was a good job. He went low on Vega when Vega was going high to tie up with him.
Vega can get out and get one, get a takedown, and ties it up. He's not out of this match.
And 6-3, 1 minute left in the third period. Alicia on top. Score and match. And he's got the boot and he's got the leg in. Tough to work up from there.
You can eat a lot of time off the clock with a leg in. Got the leg out now. He's working that hand off the claw ride. Alicia's got the cross wrist. So Ivan gets a restart with 36 seconds left. Again, we need that escape and a takedown. If we can push the pace, maybe we get the stall call.
Yeah, Ivan has one caution against. Oh, that. Now we have a caution on red. I'll see you. So each wrestler has a caution. Each wrestler has a stall call. Ivan hit another roll, but Alcia was able to roll with him.
That's could be called for fleeing the mat there. Yep. So that's 1 point. A big deal. If Vega can get that 1 point escape and a 2 point takedown now, he wins the match.
Well, he's going to turn around and reach. Has a bar in on the left side.
He's done a good job of driving forward too, keeping all that pressure toward the head.
Nothing here, nothing here.
And 5 seconds left in the match.
It's a hard-fought match for both wrestlers right there. Very evenly matched battle. Nice job to both of them.
And a dual meet score at the 126-pound match. Spring Grove 24, Manheim 21. Now, as I said earlier, Spring Grove needed to control the damage through those lightweights. They only gave up a total of extra 3 bonus points. They gave up a technical fall and a major decision. So instead of an available 24 points, Spring Grove gave up 15. That could make a difference in this match. And wrestling for Manheim Township. Looks like we have Braden Schuyler. He's a senior. He's 4-2. He was 4-2 last year in the 1920 campaign, and he is 4-4 in the 2021 season. And he is wrestling Bryce Weaver from Spring Grove, a junior at the 132-pound weight class. And nice stump, but not quite in bounds. Not quite in bounds.
Come on, bud. Circle. Stay on him. Push, chase. Keep pushing. Good shot.
Braden looks like he's really trying to bring the action. Bryce has got to try to take advantage of the over-aggressiveness. Sometimes you can't take advantage of that. And we have a shot by Weaver. Got to try to take him down in bounds. And out of bounds. 40 seconds left in the first period.
I'd like to see Weaver just post on an elbow, take a high crotch, cut across double.
On the whistle.
Right on that reach.
On 20, look for something. Snap and go, snap and go. Finish it.
Circle on the shot. He's got to finish. Circle around. Yep, finish. He's getting stuck right underneath Schuyler's torso. And no control.
Very close. Again, same about the line. So we go into the second period, tied 0-0. Township defers.
Come on, let's go. Get out of here.
And that's interesting. Sometimes you might be inclined to put your wrestler down first because of the overtime period.
Score those first points. That's a big deal in those close matches.
And the reason those first points come into play, if a match goes into the ultimate tiebreaker, the wrestler that scored the first points has choice in that 30-second ultimate tiebreaker. But and Weaver scores the escape 1-0. Skylar takes a shot. Weaver's right side. He's able to fend him off. Oh, not quite. He takes another shot.
Shot as he throws this up in the air here. I'm just not seeing Weaver capitalizing on the other wrestler getting out of position.
Needs to have the Dan Gable mentality. I shoot, I score. He shoots, I score. And Weaver's doing a lot of backing up here. He very well could get hit for a stall call at some point.
Thing, Kevin. We're going to get hit for stalling here soon.
Maybe try to hit the quarter. Maybe try to quarter Nelson. Something to try to fend off Skylar.
Getting a takedown in this period is huge.
Good shot, you shoot.
Yeah, shot
Finish right away.
I'd just like to see him try to step a little bit closer in his shot. Try to step 3 feet in the line. He was a little far away on that.
5 seconds, boys. Finish it and hold on.
All right, they're going to put him neutral. Put Braden Skylar neutral. Third period.
Again, another very interesting call.
Let's go. 2 minutes.
Bryce is winning 1-0. No one has had a takedown. Fuller's been close a few times. Neither has been warned for stalling. Quick arm drag, quick post. He's got a dump.
Drive through.
Here I'd like to see him sit him down. Just run the pipe even from that position. Tried to switch off to a double there on the left. Stuck underneath in that quarter Nelson now. He's got to recover from this position.
Yeah, quarter Nelson, that is tough because your head is tucked down so far and your arms are extended. Yeah, we get a stalemate.
For him to not give up points there is huge. As you said, Kevin, that is a very difficult position to defend from.
Both of them went down the
Both guys
same.
shooting at the same time there.
I witnessed that one time at a college wrestling tournament, East Stroudsburg Open. It was two lightweights, 140-pound wrestlers. Both their heads collided. It was pretty brutal. That can be a very dangerous situation. Weaver in on the shot.
Right before this shot, Weaver did get hit for stalling, as we had predicted. So at this point, about 18 and a half seconds left. One stall call against Bryce, up by 1. He's got a circle. He cannot back up at this point. He's got a circle.
I like to see Weaver be more aggressive with a sprawl. When Skylar goes in for the leg.
So not a high-scoring bout, but certainly exciting as it came down to the wire there.
1-0 win for Bryce Weaver from Spring Grove. To give the Spring Grove Rockets a 27-21 lead heading into the 132-pound match. And Spring Grove is going to be Jared Baker.
Manheim Township is this.
Now wrestling the Blue Streaks, Brennan Zayak. And for the Rockets, Jared Baker.
So Brennan is 1-6 this year.
And Jared Baker's coming in with a 2-2 match, or 2-2 match score. And he was 8-5 last year as a freshman. And big takedown to
Really
start.
nice double leg. Picked him up and put him down. Went the whole way through.
Let's go,
and did not
Snaggletooth,
stop.
let's go.
Exactly what you need to do.
Watch the mat return, Jared. Watch the mat return. Gentle.
Baker doing a nice job driving forward and keeping pressure forward on the Township wrestler. I'd like to see him get off his knees, though.
Let's go, Jared. Come on.
That said, he is doing a nice job of using his hips to keep the other guy's hips down.
He's trying to sink a half. But
Come on, Jared.
and 50 seconds left in the period. Baker on top from Spring Grove 2-0. And we get a stalemate from the referee. 37 seconds left in the first period. And Jared Baker's on top 2-0. Then the first period, it's his choice. Baker's going to defer. All right, and Zayek is going to go neutral. And double leg takedown there and trips and goes back. And Zayek with his back. And scores a fall. 16 seconds into the second period. Time of the fall, 2:16 for the match.
He kind of went for a double, slid up top, hit him with a back trip to his back, and put him away. And that looks like it ends the match for the night. It's the team score.
Good match, boys.
33 for the Rockets, 21 for the Blue Streaks, and the Rockets win.
All right, everybody online, thank you for joining us this evening for Saturday Night Wrestling at Spring Grove. We hope you enjoyed tonight's action. The Spring Grove Rockets will be in action on Tuesday night versus the Southwestern Mustangs. Have a good weekend, everybody.